Today we will discuss bug sweep basics, what a bug sweep is, how to conduct a basic bug sweep, and what equipment you need to be a successful bug sweep professional. So let's dive right in and learn how to detect and neutralize hidden surveillance devices. A bug sweep, also known as a technical surveillance countermeasures or TSCM sweep, is the process of detecting and locating hidden surveillance devices such as audio recorders, cameras, GPS trackers, or other tracking devices. As a professional investigator who conducts TSCM bug sweeps, it is crucial to know how to perform a bug sweep to protect your client's privacy and ensure the integrity of your investigation and your bug sweep. There are various types of surveillance devices that you might encounter during a bug sweep. Let's cover some common ones you may run into. The first is referred to as audio bugs. These devices record and many times transmit conversations and are often disguised as everyday objects like pens, USB chargers, clocks, or smoke detectors. Then there are hidden cameras. These can also be concealed in everyday items like picture frames, light fixtures, or power outlets. And tracking devices such as GPS trackers are devices that can be attached or hidden inside vehicles or personal belongings to track someone's movements. A key thing to remember about tracking devices is that there are many ways with today's technology to track someone besides GPS. Common devices we see now do include regular GPS trackers, which can be as small as a pack of gum, but we also are seeing others like tile trackers and Apple AirTags. This video is sponsored by OREP Insurance and Working PI Magazine. OREP is a leading provider of private investigator liability insurance. Visit orep.org for a quote today. To perform a successful bug sweep, you'll need the right equipment. Some pieces of equipment you need include the following. The first go-to piece of equipment is what is often referred to as an RF or radio frequency detector. These devices detect radio signals emitted by hidden cameras, hidden audio recorders, and other surveillance devices. But not all RF detectors are created equal. There are plenty of cheap devices on the internet that cost a couple of $100s or less in some cases, but these are not pieces of professional bug sweep equipment. These are what we refer to as simple RF detectors. They pick up everything, every radio signal, regardless of proximity and regardless of distance. Yes, you can turn down the sensitivity on these devices, and that helps to a point, but the strength of reflected signals are often very powerful at the point of reflection, which makes these cheap RF detectors often give what is referred to as false positives. You see, RF signals often reflect off of any metal object, including motor windings like what's in a ceiling fan or a refrigerator or other appliances, as well as regular household copper wiring running through the house. The equipment you need to have to overcome these false positives and keep you from chasing ghost or phantom signals all day long is what we refer to as a near-field RF detector. A near-field RF detector is able to identify what signals are being emitted in the near field or within close proximity, like within a foot of the RF detector's antenna or probe. A professional near-field RF detector will also have multiple antennas, like a locator probe, which allows you to sweep in extremely close proximity, looking for devices within a couple of inches of the probe. They will also have probes like a directional log periodic antenna that allow the technician to see the direction the signal is coming from, which helps isolate outside RF signals. It is quite common in today's technological world to have thousands of radio signals bouncing all around us at any given time, and using cheap equipment just keeps you chasing ghost signals instead of focusing your attention on real potential threats. A lens finder is also a good piece of equipment to have when doing a bug sweep. This tool can help you spot hidden cameras by reflecting light off of their lenses. Again, there are cheap ones and professional grade ones. The cheap ones are okay, but have a huge limitation in the amount of power the infrared lights have, as well as a limitation in the angle at which you can see the lens when you use it. A professional grade lens finder, like the Spy Finder Pro, which we use, has enough power to allow lenses to be seen across a room at greater angles, up to 30 degrees or more. Now, it is not recommended, though, to just scan a room at a distance with this. You should still try to scan as close as possible to any suspicious areas for the best results. If you would like more info on this or any of the private investigator equipment I have, I will leave links down below in the description. Another must-have piece of professional bug sweep equipment is a non-linear junction detector. A non-lin, as we affectionately call it, is a device that can detect electronic components even if they are not actively transmitting signals or not powered up, or even if they are broken. A non-linear junction detector is useful for finding dormant bugs, or what we call drop devices, burst devices, and passive devices. Now that you know some of the basics about TSCM bug sweeps, let's discuss some techniques for conducting a thorough bug sweep. The first thing we start off with is a complete visual inspection. We examine all the areas to be swept for any unusual or out-of-place objects. You want to pay close attention to power outlets, light fixtures, electronic devices, curtains, vents, cubbies, and any other places a device could have been hidden. You need to look high and low and all around. This does not mean you stand in the middle of the room and take a quick glance. When we do our physical inspection, we utilize 2 or more technicians using eyes, hands, and inspection cameras. That is another piece of equipment you must have to conduct a professional sweep. An inspection camera with a long, like 15-foot or longer reach, with an adjustable flashlight and camera on the end so you can get video or take pictures of what you see with it. These are necessary to look in high places, look in low places, look in vents and other hard areas to see. Now, when you conduct your RF sweep, you want to use your near field RF detector to scan the entire area for radio signals. This means you scan every wall, every piece of furniture, the ceiling, the floor, everything, every picture, every device, everything you see. This is a very time-intensive part of your sweep, as you need to do what we refer to as painting every surface. You can't just walk around the room. You need to sweep everything slowly and watch for signals. This is another reason why having a professional near-field RF detector is necessary. The cheap models will just beep when they detect any signal, be it an actual signal or a reflected signal. With a professional RF detector, it will have a visual display that shows the actual signal frequency it sees, like 2.435 gigahertz. And if that signal is in the near field, it will do what we call flatlining, which means it visually indicates to the technician that there is a potential nearby RF device. The technician then can utilize various techniques to determine if this is a credible threat or not, and then continue the sweep or take appropriate action as required. You also need to check physical phone lines through the area being swept to, regardless of whether they have a landline phone or not. These must be inspected. And how do you do that, you ask? Well, if you have a professional near-field RF detector like the Andre from REI, which is what we use, it also checks phone lines too. These phone lines are copper wire running throughout the house and going out into the world, and they can be used for eavesdropping very easily. And there are other copper wires running through the house or space to be swept as well. Those are the 110 carrier current lines. Yes, the electrical lines. These can be used to transmit data as well, and guess what? The Andre has the ability to safely and securely test the electrical lines for any signal transmission. Another necessary and often overlooked or seldom ever conducted part of a professional sweep is to identify credible security threats to the client. Not only are we looking for hidden audio recording devices, hidden cameras, and GPS trackers, but we are also looking for things like unterminated wires, which could indicate something was or could be attached to them to transmit data. We are also looking for suspicious holes in the walls, the ceiling, furniture, and any other areas where something may have been placed in the past or utilized to place something in the future. When it comes to the vehicle, well, we treat those the same as a room in the house. We do a complete sweep and inspection of the vehicle, inside and out, under and over for that matter. After all that being said, it is easy to see why it takes a team of professional TSCM bug sweep technicians 4 to 6 hours on average to sweep an average house. I made this video right here a while back that goes even more depth into the equipment we use for a bug sweep, so check it out now.